You are listening to Drive on TAB Radio.
Okay, we're about to catch up with Ross Olivieri. Ross has two very good chances in at Gloucester Park tonight. Good afternoon to you, Ross. How do we find you?
Yeah, hi. Pretty good. It's pretty warm out here, and we got a couple of good chances.
Yeah, it's been a warm couple of days, and you certainly do have good chances in tonight. Before we do get on to your two horses tonight, can I ask, did you watch the New Zealand Trotting Cup, which was run just a moment ago?
No, I didn't. I forgot about it. I've been too busy here, but I got rung up by a mate of mine who told me the winner's run was absolutely outstanding.
Well, Kingman's defeated Leap to Fame. I was going to see if you had any thoughts on what type of champion Leap to Fame's been. Is he the best you've ever seen? And sort of is Kingman the next sort of big thing in your eyes?
Well, I don't know any horse that could sit three wide outside Leap to Fame last year, but I don't know. I just, all champions of all sports, they run their race and then they decline with age and things like that. Now, I think you'd be a very bad man very bad judge to be declaring Leap to Fame gone, as far as the horse goes. But I get the feeling that he's not in his very best form.
Yeah.
And, his very best form just obliterated all opposition. And I think at the moment he's vulnerable, and Kingman might be the next cab off the block, absolutely a very nice horse. And, with Luke McCarthy.
Yes, he's a very nice horse, as you said, but still Leap to Fame, 58 wins, Seb, from 74 starts. What a remarkable strike rate, up there with probably the best strike rate you'll ever see. Hey, Ross, yourself, you've got two horses in tonight, a very limited number of horses in your care at the moment. I think you might only have the three at the moment, far cry from the 600-plus starters you had about 5 years ago. Just downsizing these days?
Yeah, look, I've thrown all my stuff in behind my wife, Gemma, and Gemma's doing a terrific job on the training front. But Bob Fowler and I have a history that we won heaps of races going back years ago, and we're sort of going down memory lane trying to reignite that history, and that's basically why the horses are in my name.
What sort of wisdom do you pass on to Gemma, Ross?
I'm trying to make her better than me.
She had a nice winner yesterday. Pete Sonner was a pretty impressive performance.
No, look, Gemma's very clever. She's probably underrated as a trainer, but she's been with me 16 years, and or maybe some before that, and she's a vet. And she's a very accomplished horsewoman, and she's doing a great job with a limited team. We've got basically a boutique stable, and we probably could do with another couple of quality horses. But, we train them on their individual needs and different training methods. We don't have just one training method and plug them in at one end and they either come out the positive or the negative side. We sort of try to look what suits the individual horses, what suits their makeup and their breeding and their style of horse. And she's been very good at that and being very adaptive with the training methods.
Are you still trying to come up with new ways of training, Ross, or are you sort of found what works for you now and sticking to that?
We still, look, the person that looks you in the eye and says, I know all about horses, is
he's a liar.
Sadly, a liar. You never stop learning, and the horses, we are in the middle of an evolution in our breed. And, when I first came into harness racing, if you had a 2-year-old that could go 210, you had a beauty. Now, they're running as faster as, every year. They're getting into the 150 around Gloucester Park, the 155, 154 area, and they're going to get quicker. breed's just evolved. It's been evolved exponentially, and you've got to change your training methods. And we're finding, I think they're a little bit more like thoroughbreds, and they're getting that way. They're not, but they're getting that way.
Yeah, it's a very interesting point you make there, Rusty. Do you have an opinion on why that evolution's occurred? Is it just natural? Is it just the way, as you said, horses are being trained? Is it technology?
Well, technology in the American carts, I reckon they're about 3 seconds to the mile quicker. The training, I mean, everybody's, years ago when I first got into harness, not many people had a stopwatch. Now we've got stopwatches, replays, slow-mos, all sorts of things. I think the horsemanship has suffered a little, but the training, as distinct from horsemanship, the training has got way, way, way better. And the care of the horses, the veterinary care, we can do scans, CT scans on horses, all sorts of, veterinary equipment that can help, keep them healthy, keep them sound. So, everything's involved. Every facet's involved.
You spoke about, before we get onto your two horses, one final one, you spoke about the horses yourself and Bob Fowler have had. You've had some very good horses over the years. What would be the best of them? I recall the likes of Dasher VC and Crombie. They went head-to-head with I'm the Mighty Quinn a fair few times. Double Espresso was a very good youngster only a few seasons ago. Who'd be the number one for you?
Well, for Bob's, or me, my horses or Bob's horses?
I'll go your horses, the horses you've trained.
My horses are very hard to go past Saab.
Okay.
Saab did what no other horse has done. He won the Golden Slipper, Derby, Nugget and Pacing Cup, and Nugget and Pacing Cup in the 1 year. He did that within 26 race starts. And he won every juvenile classic he competed in, heat and final, except for the Pearl where the driver got tipped out. And there's been millions of dollars spent on good horses from other places brought over here, but none of them could do it. And so he would be the best. I've had a host of great female horses going back to Miss Bo Scott, Sheer Rock and Roll, one of Bob Fowler's, one of Bob's favourite horses, and the breeding behind these two horses at the moment, and arguably maybe one of the best horses I ever had was a mare called Gliding Princess that won the New South Wales Derby Oaks double, which there's only ever been 3 fillies do that in 100 plus years history of the New South Wales Derby Oaks. So she was fantastic. Double Espresso lately, fantastic horse of the year 2-year-old, horse of the year 3-year-old, taking the Mickey, nearly won the Derby here at third, won the Oaks and nearly won the Derby. There's been plenty of them.
It's a good issue to have to think about all the great horses you've had. Ross, what about your runners tonight? Sheer Rock Lady coming up in the third event. $4.20 right now on Tab Touch for this filly, who was a winner a couple of starts ago at Pinjarra.
Yeah, she's built up a great record since I've had her. She's been in the top 5 every time. She faces a very hard task tonight. She's got plenty of opposition, and she's outside draw from the mile, 1,700 metres. She's a daughter of Sheer Rock and Roll, which is a fantastic mare. And I think this mare, when she goes for a spell and comes back, the next prep you'll see the very best of her. But she's pretty handy at the moment as a 3-year-old filly.
Do you push the button from out wide?
Winning this race, she gets a nice run.
Do you push the button from out wide? She has shown good early pace in the past.
I think there's plenty of early pace, but I think, as Brian Hancock said to me years ago, when I asked him how he decides to go, whether to go forward or back, he said 90% of the time I go forward, and the other 10% of the time I think about it, then go forward. I think she'll be rolling forward. Whether she's trying to lead or whether she's trying to just get a decent spot. I haven't talked to Boki. I haven't spoken to him about the race yet. We'll see what he thinks.
Second horse in action is Rockstar Quality, a favourite this afternoon and into the evening at 7:10. This horse comes up. 4-year-old gelding, last start winner here at Gloucester Park at short price odds. Can he go back to back?
Yeah, I think he can. Again, you need a good run, but he's capable of winning, and I don't think he's got as much opposition as the first one. First one's got a much harder task than he has. And he is a grandson of Sheer Rock and Roll, so we're getting that same breed. But he's a horse he's on the improve, he's on the march, and I think he'll go better than he went last start.
Okay, you've not had any luck with the barrier draws. Both have got barrier 9. Who would be the best of your two chances tonight, Ross?
I think Rockstar Quality is the best winning chance.
Okay, there we go. Rockstar Quality. Do you go forward with Rockstar Quality as well?
No idea.
Leave it up to Chris.
I'm not being evasive. I just can't get my head around that one.
Yeah. It might be one of the 10% there where you think about and play it by ear. Hey, Ross, thank you so much for your time, mate. Really do appreciate it. Thanks to yourself for all the time you've given us at CAB Radio over the years. Best of luck with your two in tonight.